World, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is a join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that. Well, JJ Banda's family dynamics have intrigued the general public in Zambia. So it seems like most people are not aware that JJ had 3 wives. So it only came to light that he actually had 3 wives during this abduction situation that happened over the weekend. And when people learned that all his 3 wives were by his bedside, now they were doing an inquiry to find out, well, is that true? And yeah, so it has found. But he shared this information just right after he won those elections. He did an interview. He should have been on Diamond TV where he disclosed that he had 3 wives. So it seems like that interview wasn't watched by a number of people, or it didn't trend as much. So now that's when it has dawned on the general public, like the majority of the population, that, oh, he actually has 3 wives. So people have been curious to know. Chira Tukuta, where he didn't say, so JJ's 3 wives are cool bedside, not even fighting each other. Mind you, why do side chicks fight each other? So he has to say, how come side chicks fight each other? But JJ Banda's wives are very cool, all of them nursing him by the bedside. So that is Chira Tukuta, the former photographer to President Hakainde Hichilema. So here are some of the pictures of JJ. These are old pictures, the time that he was celebrating his birthday. So now people are trying to find out who are their wives. Well, you have the opportunity to meet them. So all this was during his celebration of his birthday. And yeah. So that's what you see right there. And then the Patriotic Front weighed in. I mean, they say Tabukawana takes journalists and cameras to JJ Banda's. Is calling him JJ Nguzu. There's a series that goes on Zambezi Magic where Mr. Nguzu has several wives. So Patriotic Front is alleging that PS of Minister of Media alleged to say he's calling JJ Banda as Mr. Nguzu or JJ Nguzu in that regard. So these are some more images from JJ's birthday party where all his wives attended. Yep, that's JJ Banda. Well, and then Tawakawana went further to update the rest of the public because there's been a debate with regard to what's going on with JJ's situation. So PS, this was posted by the United Party for National Development. So the PS Tawakawana shares, alongside our counterparts from the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security, Mr. Dixon Mtembo, Permanent Secretary, we visited Petauko Central Member of Parliament, Honorable Emmanuel J. Banda, who is recovering well at Minasoko Medical Center in Lusaka. We share with you some of the highlights from those visits with JJ, and then he highlights the key points. Honorable Banda is in high spirits and good shape, and doctors are also expressing satisfaction with his condition. That's one thing he highlights. And as government, we want to make it very clear that Honorable Banda does not have any physical injury on his body, so they say. So Tawakawana says. And then another point he likes to say, it is unfortunate that one of our senior citizens in this country, Honorable Sakuba Scott, that's JJ Banda's lawyer, SC, took a sweep and made comments based on fake photos making rounds on social media. So Tawakawana is insinuating that those pictures that were shared of JJ Banda's condition right from the time that he came from Kafio were fake, according to that statement there. And then he goes further to say, it is good that Honorable Sakuba Skota had the opportunity to visit Honorable Banda in his capacity as a legal counsel, and so for himself that there is no physical injury on his body of on the body of Honorable Banda, contrary to the comments that he himself has been making. So, and then the health issue of Honorable Banda should be treated as a private matter. Allow the honorable member to rest and recuperate. So that's a statement coming from PS of Media and Information, Tabokawana, with his counterpart from Ministry of Home Affairs with regard to JJ Banda's situation. What is Danpure? This was reported by the Patriotic Front. They say breaking news: a devoted man of God, Apostle Danpure, has been arrested and detained at Woodlands Police Station in Osaka. So with regard to that, Given Luwinda also made a statement on this issue at the time when they went to pick up, what's his name? Raphael Nakachinda. So just stand by. Let me show you a video of what Given Luwinda had to say about this.
Edith Nawakwi is in detention. Brebna Changala is in the cells. Maureen Mabonga is in the cells. Munia Zulu is in the cells. Dan Pule is in the cells. And all of you leaders of the Patriotic Front, all of you leaders of the opposition, I want to say to you, when you are called by the police, don't even hide. Go, run quickly and tell them, arrest me. Because the more we're being arrested, the more we're being vindicated. So don't fear arrest. Volunteer. When they call you, quickly present yourself, go and be arrested. Because we're all being arrested on flimsy grounds. God shall vindicate us. God shall make sure that he shows us the future. And all of us are suffering, and we shall continue to suffer because of our dear country. This country belongs to every Zambian. More importantly, we must work hard to redeem this country from the yoke of misrule, not for ourselves, but for the sake of our children and their children after them. Those of you who
so that's a statement that came from Given Luwinda at the time when they went to pick up Raphael Nakachinda from prison, where he has been released. And I'll give you more details about that as we continue with the broadcast. So more details that were posted by Patriotic Front with regard to the situation of Danpure. So the Patriotic Front says Danpure detained and for inviting Uka leaders to his church. If you remember, sometime, should have been 2 weeks ago, Edgar Lungu, pretty much everyone in the Unka Alliance went to Dunamis Fire Impact, where it's at this church service where President Edgar Shagalungu made that statement to say, I'm as lethal as a serpent and calm as a dove, and then which went viral now. There is being referred to as a serpent. So the statement goes on. Danpure at Dunamis Fire Center arrested for holding a church service that has been deemed as an illegal assembly. There is a vicious crackdown on members of the opposition in Zambia, and at the direction of President Hakainde Hichilema, says the PF. So far, FDD President Edith Nawakwi, former Member of Parliament Maureen Mabonga, Maureen Mabonga, Alundazi, Member of Parliament Munia Zulu, and human rights advocate Ben Bachanga are detained for prolonged periods. So it's not just Danpure. Those are the people that Given Luwinda was listing there in his broadcast when they went to pick up Raphael Nakachinda. So these are the images right before Nakachinda was released. So the Patriotic Front says senior leaders of the Patriotic Front waiting for the release of a Patriotic Front Secretary General Raphael Nakachinda, who has been granted bail pending appeal in his case that was. And then Fred Membe also says, whoever misled, he spells the president's name halfway there. It pretty much means whoever misled Hakainde Hichilema that prison makes people cowards lied to him. Difficult conversations must be held over tribalism and national unity. So he says, and then he goes further to say that's still Fred Membe. How can it be that only people from one side of the country are being arrested and prosecuted and imprisoned for tribal hate speech and not others? And then he further on adds an article to that. That's Fred Member's opinion. Sheda Tukuta also is doubling down. He says, I'm a victim of tribalism. One day I shall talk. I wish the fight against tribalism can be for every culprit. So Sheda Tukuta is trying to insinuate that the time that he was working at State House or something, he faced some level of tribalism, and he's going to pick an opportune time for him to share about that. We'll wait and see what that's all about. He goes further. This is still Sheda Tukuta. He says, the current politics do not inspire me. That is why I stopped partisan politics. The same mistakes we condemned are being repeated. So he says, Sheda Tukuta there. And then Edgar Lungu, on the other hand, is facing the law. Pretty much his entire family. That's what the Patriotic Front captions this to say. The PF say, Drug Enforcement Commission summons First Lady and all of Edgar Chagwalungu's children. So the list, these are expected to be at Drug Enforcement Commission offices tomorrow. So they say tomorrow, 30th May 2024, the entire family has been given a schedule appointments to appear before Drug Enforcement Commission for investigations and interviews in a manner that looks politically designed as follows. So they list all of President Edgar Lungu's children and his wife, pretty much his family, is expected at Drug Enforcement Commission tomorrow. So here is their schedule. From 9:30 to 10:30, Charles Perry. And then from 10:30 to 11:30, that is Chieso Lungu. And then from 11:30 to 12:30, that is Tesila Lungu. And then from 12:30 to 14 hours, that's Esther Lungu, former First Lady. So the Lungu family is going to be busy tomorrow. Politics like of Zambia. So that's the situation there. Most likely Edgar Lungu is going to accompany his wife and children tomorrow. I'll update you if anything comes up. That's the news so far, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
YouTube channel. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, you click on the notifications to get the notifications of every video that I upload. I try to upload every week, sometimes every day of the week, but definitely each week you expect a video. So make sure you click on the subscribe, like this video, and there's much more on the playlist. So visit the channel.